Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, our mission, really, is to unpack something quite fascinating. How routine medical scans you might already be getting could actually hold surprising clues about, about health risks way beyond their original purpose.
That's right.
And our source material for this deep dive focuses on some really interesting new research. It's from Edith Cowan University and the University of Manitoba. They're looking at how an AI tool is being applied to standard bone density scans. So let's jump right in. What exactly are these routine scans starting to reveal?
Well, what's really fascinating here is the focus on something called abdominal aortic calcification, AAC for short.
AAC, okay.
It's basically, calcium building up in your abdominal aorta. That's a major artery, obviously.
Right.
And the research highlights an automated machine learning program, essentially AI, that can look at images already collected during routine bone density tests, specifically those vertebral fracture assessment images. And it can spot the presence and severity of this AAC, this calcification, very quickly and accurately.
So let me get this straight. You go in for a scan to check your bone strength, maybe you're looking for osteoporosis.
Exactly.
And this AI is simultaneously looking at that same image to find signs of calcium in your aorta. It's like a bonus health check hidden inside the original one.
That's a great way to put it, yeah, a bonus check. And AAC, it turns out, is a really significant marker for cardiovascular risk.
Right, for heart health.
Precisely. Dr. Cassandra Smith's work over at ECU, it revealed some pretty striking numbers. In their study, 58%, over half of older individuals getting these routine bone scans, had moderate to high levels of AAC.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is, and maybe even more concerning. 1 in 4 of those people identified as high risk were completely unaware. They had no idea they were at elevated risk for heart attack and stroke.
That's a huge blind spot then, isn't it? For potentially a lot of people.
It really is.
And the research mentions women specifically, that they're often underscreened for cardiovascular issues compared to men.
That's a key point, yes. Women are often underscreened, so this tool could potentially flag that risk during a scan they are already likely getting for bone health.
And the AI makes it practical on a larger scale.
Exactly. Think about it. A trained specialist, they might take, 5 or 6 minutes to score just one image for AAC?
Okay.
But this algorithm, it can process thousands of these images in under a minute. It just dramatically speeds up the whole identification process.
Right, makes it feasible for widespread screening. Okay, so that's the cardiovascular link. But here's where it gets, I think, really interesting. It's not just about heart risk, is it?
No, it's not.
The research also makes a pretty surprising connection between this AAC and another major health concern, falls.
And fractures. It does, yeah. Dr. Mark Sim, also from ECU, used the same AI algorithm. And what he found was that patients who had moderate to high AAC scores, they had a significantly greater likelihood of being hospitalized because of falls.
Really? Hospitalized?
Yes, and experiencing fractures compared to people with low AAC scores. As he put it, there's a clear link. The more calcification in your arteries, the higher your risk seems to be for falls and fractures.
That feels kind of counterintuitive, though. You'd naturally think factors like, maybe past falls or your actual bone mineral density would be the strongest predictors of fall risk, right?
And they are, absolutely. Those are traditional and very important factors, no doubt.
Okay.
But this analysis, it revealed that AAC was actually a remarkably strong contributor to fall risk. In fact, in some cases, it was found to be more significant than some other clinically recognized risk factors for fall.
Of course, significant. Wow.
It strongly suggests that your vascular health, which the AAC indicates, is a critical piece of the puzzle for fall risk. Maybe one we haven't paid enough attention to.
So let's recap. A single, pretty routine bone density scan, when analyzed by this AI tool, could potentially alert you to a significantly increased risk of a heart attack or stroke and a higher chance of falling or breaking something.
That's what the data suggests, yes.
That really just underscores how interconnected everything is, doesn't it? Our bones, our arteries, they aren't working in isolation.
Not at all. And this study is just a powerful example, really, of how AI can unlock these hidden insights within medical data we already have.
Data is just sitting there.
Exactly. We often collect data for one specific reason, but applying these new analytical tools like AI can reveal critical information relevant to your overall health that was previously well overlooked.
So thinking about the listener, what does this all really mean for you? This research strongly suggests that a scan you might get anyway for your bones could potentially offer really valuable insights into your heart health and even your risk of falling.
all by identifying this abdominal aortic calcification, or AAC.
It just highlights how connected different health systems in your body truly are. Bone strength, vascular health, well, it's all linked.
And it really shows the potential of AI, doesn't it? To find these patterns and risks hidden in the huge amounts of medical data we already generate, it turns existing information into potentially powerful tools for prevention and just general awareness.
Which brings us to a final thought, something for you to consider. How else might medical information that's already sitting in your health records, perhaps looked at through a new lens, reveal crucial insights about your overall well-being? Insights you aren't even aware of yet.